2, 1, 2. There we go. 1, 2. No, I hear like a.
You got me.
I hear that mic. That mic's audible. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, there we go. There we go. I got it. Yeah. What color are you?
He's red, I believe.
You hear now? How about now? I hear you. I hear me.
Can't hear you.
How about now? Now?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can nothing.
I hear myself. I hear you.
I got nothing.
I got both of you.
He can't hear anything.
You're red, correct?
Yep.
Nothing?
1, 2, 1, 2.
I don't know what's going on with the clock, guys. You gotta get silly for that. You just flashed.
I can make it work. Got something in my left ear.
And good morning, everybody, and welcome to the third annual Battle at the Beach football extravaganza here on the campus of Ocean City High School. It is the third season for the Battle at the Beach. Mike Gill, George McNally, we will explain and describe all the action for you here on Cape Atlantic League Live as Mainland, the Mustangs, are the home team dressed in green, taking on Washington Township. The Minutemen, dressed in white, will have all the action for you coming up here on Cape Atlantic League Live, the national anthem, and then our thoughts on this year's opening game.
So proudly we hailed as the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
Miss New Jersey Victoria Mazitis starts us off here as we get ready for the 2023 high school football season here on Cape Atlantic League Live. Mike Gill and George McNally as Mainland 10-2 takes on Washington Township 5-5. The head coach for the Mustangs, George, is Chuck Smith, 64-68 in 14 season, 33-32 here at Mainland. But the Mustangs went through some rough patches, and now many people look at them as one of the premier teams in the area.
Definitely, with the number of players they have coming back from last year, you would think so. Getting all the way to the semifinals and losing to a very talented Millville team it says a lot for them from last year. They've got good expectations, really high expectations for this year too. Washington Township on the other side, it's a really big school. They had some success. They're just a win or two away, especially in the playoffs, from being another team people talked about as being a top-notch team.
5-5 last year. Mike Schatzman, 19-24 in 5 years at Washington Township. They are dressed in white with red, white, and blue. The Mustangs in green with white helmets, white pants. They will receive the kickoff as we are set to start the season here. Yet again, Mainland opened up the season here last year, beating Egg Harbor Township 37-0. That really kick-started their season as the right foot comes swinging through the football, catching the ball at the 15-yard line, far side of the field, and quickly waltzing out of bounds. The Mustangs will start. 1st and 10, moving right to left. And John Franchini, the sophomore quarterback, who got his first taste of varsity action in this event last year, he will lead the Mustangs. A sophomore, 887 yards passing, 13 touchdowns, one of the best efficiency ratings of all the quarterbacks, and he's just a sophomore.
Yeah, and he starts off with the wind at his back. As we just saw on that kickoff, that ball was hanging up there. The wind's blowing pretty good off the ocean here, moving from right to left on the screen. So we'll see how often and how quickly Mainland goes to the air here using that wind.
The Mustangs, 10-2. Players to watch this year on this offensive side of the ball. Of course, Jabril Mace is no longer here. Cohen Cook, a 3-star athlete, will be one name, obviously. Jamie Tyson, the wide receiver, is going to Villanova. He's another name that had a big touchdown catch from Franchini in this game last year as well. Franchini, spread offense for the Mustangs, sends a man in motion to the near side, and they hand in the first whistle of our season.
Yeah, because that ball went on the ground there on the handoff. So that I think we got a little lucky, though. Bounce back to Mainland there. So false start, it looks like.
So Mainland jumps off sides.
Yeah, so not necessarily the first play that Mainland's looking for, but they're thankful to hang on to that ball.
So they jump, they lose the 5 yards, and it'll be 1st down and 15 for Mainland. They send a man in motion to the near side. Hand coming towards us, breaking up, cuts it up, gets the pass and tackle, breaks the tackle at the 40, and looks like Rocco DiBiaso is going to get his first carry of the year all the way to the end zone.
Yeah,
a touchdown for Mainland.
First play with the penalty for that one there. What a great run. Blocked well, but a really nice cutback here on the sideline. Able to run through a little contact and take it all the way into the end zone.
So a one play, one touchdown for Mainland as they break it off to the near side, cut it up, and DiBiaso off to the races as he takes that first carry of the year. Got some good blocking, though, out in front.
He really did. They had, and the really nice cut back there. There was a little seam, and he hit it hard, and then he was able to run through some contact about on the 35, and then a little bump going into the end zone.
Yeah, George, that was right towards the end there. He got hit around the 10-yard line, was able to keep his balance and take himself into the end zone. So Mainland is on the board, 6-0 the score, and here's Nate Cashley for the extra point. It's up, and it is good. So Mainland is on the board first, and of course, at Wawa, they have you covered with delivery, curbside, and order ahead options in the Wawa app, no matter what your day looks like. Wawa, how you want to download the Wawa app today. Take a quick timeout. We'll be back with Mainland's kickoff. Washington Township will see Jared Jergowski for the first time coming up next.
6th Street Pizza and Grill is open daily from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. weekdays and 11 until 10 on weekends.
Hunter Watson.
6th Street in the Boardwalk in Ocean City, right at Gillian's Wonderland Pier.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
6th
Just keep
Street
going.
Pizza and Grill not only serves varieties of delicious pizza.
Nobody out there knows that he's doing this here.
Salads, hot dogs, and their special
I can't hear anything. The band is well, that's why he had to take that crowd mic off.
6th Street Pizza and
Because that crowd mic was picking up the band and the cheerleaders, and that's all I could hear.
Pizza and Grill, 6th in the Boardwalk.
That's the only one up there.
I printed this out and got this up there.
Nice preparation on my part.
Yep, good job. So Cook will kick off for Mainland after DiBiaso's touchdown run. Mainland leads it 7-0 here at the Battle at the Beach. Kickoff by Cook. Taken by Long. Long to the middle. Bounces to the outside. Cuts it up. Hits. Spins. And he is taken down on the far side of the field around the 20-yard line. And Washington Township will start with Jared Jergalski, their kind of do-it-all quarterback.
Yeah, well, nice tough run there on the kickoff. But now this is big for Washington Township because not only are they down 7-0 early, now they're working against the wind. So it'll be interesting to see how they attack. But the quarterback does do it both in the air and on the ground. So you might have to do a little bit more with his feet early.
711 yards, 10 touchdowns, 360 through the air with 3 touchdowns. So over 1,000 yards of total offense for Jergalski. His running backs, Giuliano Scavetta, he'll do a lot of the dirty work in there. Logan Perez, Gabe Moscow are some of the names to keep out an eye for Washington Township.
Yeah, good size up front for both teams here. So a little bit of a delay here with the officials.
First game for them, too.
Yeah.
Although everybody plays a bunch of scrimmages now. These scrimmage games these teams play are almost like real exhibition games.
Yeah.
Jergalski, shotgun, sends a man in motion. Ball at the 21. Going to keep it himself, and he is hit immediately. Cohen Cook in there on the stop.
Yeah, that wasn't any one of those read options. He tucked that thing right away and was just trying to go off tackle to see what he created early. Going quick to the line.
Gain of 2 on the play for Jergalski. Shotgun. Scavetta to his left. Rolls to the near side. Looking. Got a man. He wasn't paying attention, and he was intending the pass for Darian Joyner, but Joyner never turned around.
No, and he was open. It was a nice ball, too. He was going to get popped if he caught it, no question about it. But it was a nice read, but not both the receiver and the quarterback made the same read.
Sets up a 3rd down and 8. Ball at the 23-yard line. So Joyner, who had a little seam there. Jergalski barking out the signals, trying to. There is a timeout on the field.
Again, it's with the officials. Washington Township's getting quick to the line on a few.
Keep in mind,
so far.
George, they have a new scoreboard here, and last year the scoreboard was in and out. This is the first time they're using it for football right now, so they might have some issues. I know they were talking earlier that there's a little delay in the scoreboard. I don't know if that has something to do with it, but
they just, I mean, that was installed, I think, just a week or two ago.
3rd and 8 at the 23. 10:46 left to play here in the first quarter. 7-0 Mainland. Jergalski looks over the Mainland defense. You're going to want to watch number 7. There goes Hunter Watson changing sides of the field. He's on the far side of the field for Mainland. Here's a blitz right up the middle. Jergalski throws. He's got a man one-on-one, and it is a wobbly throw, and a flag comes in right around the 47-yard line. We've got a one-on-one coverage on the far side of the field, and a late flag comes in, and it looks like they're going to get Anthony Tartaglia for interference.
Yeah, you're right. The ball hung in the air. It was good coverage there, but when that ball's up in the air that long and the receiver's making several adjustments, he just got pulled down at the end.
Live video coverage of this football game is produced by Crossover Productions and Prime Events in association with the SportsX Network. The executive producers are Bill Shawcross, Matt Ulmer, Tom Williams. Bill Shawcross is our videographer. Tell your friends they can watch the action by going to oceancitysports.com and selecting the live online broadcast link on the homepage, or visiting sportsxnetwork.com/live. Live action all weekend long. Hamilton, St. John, Vianney coming up next. Millville, Toms River North, and then Ocean City and Pleasantville is at Thanksgiving Day.
I know. How do you like that? Well, speaking of Thanksgiving Day, it's great to have a 10 o'clock game. This is what you used to on that day, but those games are now gone. For the most part.
Most of them.
For the most part. Yeah.
We still have some of the good ones hanging in there. The true football purists out there still hanging on to Thanksgiving Day. Jergalski, hands. Scavetta bounces to the outside and takes it out of bounds. Actually, Joyner to the far side of the field after the penalty. With ball at the 38-yard line.
Mainland's really attacking defensive. As you said on that 3rd down pass, they brought the blitz. Now we've got another issue here with the officials. No. All right, switching game ball.
Ball's at the 35. So a loss on the play. Trips to the near side. Dragowski's going to keep it himself. He's hit and stacked up, and he maybe got back across the line of scrimmage as the Mainland defense converged quickly. Rocco DiBiaso in there making the stop.
Yeah, it got back to the original line, it looks like. He got those 2 yards back from the loss on first down.
So 3rd and 10. Ball right back where it started at the 38. George, you know, you got Dragowski who can run, he can throw. He had a man open, so you probably see them throw the ball here.
Yeah, well, the pressure, being able to protect him, it looks like a big thing right here for Washington Township.
Dragowski, 4 wide receivers. 2 to the near, 2 to the far. Scavetta in the backfield. Throws, and it's off the mark as he tried to get it out to Giuliano Scavetta, the senior running back. And Washington Township will have to punt the football. So they get that big penalty, but can't do anything with it.
Yeah, it looked like he did try to get that ball out a little too quickly. He didn't get that up in his normal throwing motion, at least what we've seen early here. Kind of sidearmed it, and it wasn't really a catchable ball.
Steve Ordilli stands back at his 30-yard line for Mainland. Low snap. It bounces through the legs and all the way down to the 10-yard line. So Mainland, who, if you remember last year in the game here, benefited from a couple of special teams mishandles by Egg Harbor Township, and now they are the beneficiary of one in this game.
Yeah, now they have a short field. They had technically a one-play series in the first time they touched it. Now deep in Washington Township's territory now.
Ball was snapped right between the legs of Josh Franchi, the punter. And Franchi, all he could do was just go, run, and sit on the football. So it sets up 1st down and 10. Ball right on the 10-yard line.
Yeah, these are the little things you wonder in game one that they won't clean up as the season goes on.
Man in motion. Franchini, hands peeling off to the right side and dancing into the end zone is Cohen Cook. So 2 plays for Mainland and 2 touchdowns. This one is from the senior Cohen Cook, and he basically went in untouched.
Yeah, no, they really sealed that edge there. And again, formationally, they create some issues there for Washington Township. But he's a big, strong kid, and he's going to get in there, whether it's one-on-one, but one-on-none. Nothing's going to stop him getting in the end zone.
Nate Cashy on to try the extra point as Mainland quickly goes up 13-0, trying to make it a 14-0 game with the trusty foot of Nate Cashley. Snap, kick, up, hold, and it is no good, as it looked like a snap was a little tight, couldn't get that down in time.
Trouble getting that thing down there. He did a nice job getting it down, but just wasn't able to pull it inside the uprights.
Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th Street and the Boardwalk in Ocean City, a popular summer destination. It'll be open until 9:30 this weekend through Labor Day weekend, and they'll give you a chance to enjoy the amusement rides every weekend in September. The summer continues through September at Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6 in the Boardwalk, Ocean City. Visit them at Gillian'sWonderlandPier.com. Whatever hoagie you prefer, Wawa hoagies are made just for you. Got to have a Wawa. Kickoff coming up when we come back here on Cape Atlantic League Live.
I'm gonna go grab a soda real quick. Oh, spicy Italian. Smoothie. Have you guys been over here on this computer? Get some dinner? What don't you guys have? That's mine. You're making it right now. Oh my God. What is this magical place?
Wawa.
Freshly made hoagies, smoothies, and so much more. Welcome to Wawa.
You knew about this?
Cook will kick off for Mainland. They lead at 14-0 with 9:07 left to play. Here in this first quarter, Cook's kick, high, end over end. Joyner takes it back around to 5 with a lot of room to roam. Out to the outside, spins and taken down across the 20 at the 22-yard line. Washington Township has their second possession of this game, but they are quickly down, and they got to get the ball moving here if they want to try to stay in this game.
Yeah, no, they're going against a win, as we said. Mainland hasn't even had to throw the ball yet, so they keep pinning them back. This could be a heck of a first quarter for Mainland.
So Dragowski back out there for his second time. This is a senior lead in offense here. They 5-5 last year, lost their playoff game. They're looking for a chance to make it back and win some playoff games. It's kind of been the mantra of this football team. They send two receivers to the near side. Inside handoff to Scavetta, and he powers his way up across the 25-yard line.
Yeah, just a little high with that tackle from Mainland, and he was able to break through it and gain 4 yards, it looks like, on first down.
Second down for the Minutemen, moving left to right, wearing white. 2nd and 6, ball across the 25. Dragowski, shotgun formation, play action, out to the flat, up the sideline, and near first down yardage on the far side of the field.
Yeah, that was a little wide receiver screen there, and that's what you have to do when the defensive line is attacking so hard up the middle. You got to kind of use their aggressiveness against them, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly, able to gain a first down. No, they're just short of it.
Darian Joyner on the reception. So 3rd down and 2 for Washington Township. Big spot here for them. They got to try to get this first down and keep the ball from Mainland. Dragowski pressured by Cook. The ball's complete, caught for a first down out around the 40-yard line. Gave Moscow. Makes a nice catch, and he was covered nicely.
He was. I thought it was going into the end zone as an interception. That ball hung up there just enough, and he did go up and high point the ball, moving to changes. As you said, that's a big conversion for Washington Township.
Jamie Tyson was there defending, but just got it up over Tyson, who, by the way, is 6'1", so he had to get that up over 6'1" and some height and some jumps.
He threw that off his back foot and kind of threw it up there with a prayer.
Dragowski fakes to Moscow, then follows him through the hole, but the Mustangs will have none of it as they quickly sniff that one out and be 2nd down and 10. Couple of Mustang defensive front guys up there. Ethan Schock, Matt Mudis.
Yeah, that was a read option there where you put the ball in the belly of the running back and pulled it out. Problem is there wasn't anything open for either of them.
Actually, that was DeFeo, it looks like. Dan DeFeo. He's on the nose. Kind of a 3-4 look for Mainland. Man in motion to the near side. Dragowski with plenty of time. Now he's hit as he throws. The ball is in the air and nearly picked off as he had some time, and then as he stepped up, that pocket closed quickly, and then he just kind of threw it up in Tartaglia like a center fielder trying to come in on a humpback liner. Just couldn't get there in time.
Yeah, it looked like his arm might have been hit because he was holding his arm as he got up. So, yeah, the pressure up the middle from Mainland is really something that Washington Township has to control in one way or another, get rid of the ball quickly or block it a little better.
3rd and 10, ball at their own 40. Dragowski's trips to the far side of the field, back to throw, pressured, comes to the near side, and he is hit out of bounds. And the Mustangs defense converges and makes another play. That time it was Matt Udis making the stop and pressuring for Mainland, and Washington Township, George, will have to punt.
Yeah, he had no time once again. He's taken a lot of hits here early in this game, and Mainland's doing a real nice job of being aggressive and getting up the field.
So the Mustangs, who already lead it 14-0, have an opportunity now to possibly extend that lead. Stephen Ordilly, the senior. This time the punt is a high wobbler. Ordilly approaches it, then he stops, puts on the brakes. The ball bounces at the 30, rolls across the 20, back to the 18-yard line. And the Mustangs now will have a good 82 yards to roam, but it hasn't been a problem for them.
No, touchdown per play here is pretty darn good for Mainland, but on that one, the receiver couldn't get to the ball. I was watching the official waiting for him to kick interference, throw the penalty, but he didn't, and then the bounce benefited Washington Township.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line for Mainland, who has run 2 plays, both for touchdowns. One, a DiBiaso touchdown run, and the second, a Cohen Cook touchdown run. Let's see what they pull out for play number 3 for John Franchini. Franchini under center, sends a man in motion to the near side, and he hands it right up the gut there in a quick little fullback trap. You don't see that too much.
Well, I was going to say, the first play they ran left, the second play they ran right. Well, if you go with the odds, you got to go up the middle. Haven't put the ball in the air yet, so maybe we'll see that on this play.
Or Dilly carried the football. They've got just a bunch of weapons back there with J.J. Sinclair. We haven't seen him get involved. The tight end, Hunter Watson, another tight end, Cohen Cook, Jamie Tyson, Stephen Ordilly. An explosive Mustang offense. Andrew Gilman splits to the near side. He's one of their wide receivers. Franchini sends a man in motion, and flags come flying as they sweep it to Liam Kennedy.
Yeah, it looked like someone from Mainland moved a little early.
And so far, the Mustangs, a couple penalties. They had the offsides penalty and that penalty there. That's the one thing, if you're looking for anything to nitpick on them.
Yeah, but like I said, the first play of the game, they'll take that penalty because the next one was a long touchdown run. So if you're doing a trade-off, that worked out well for them.
2nd down and 12 for Mainland. Ball back at the 15. Franchini sets up in a shotgun. Sends a man in motion. Fakes, hands to the motion man. Kennedy, they run that same play, and this time Kennedy is hit behind the line of scrimmage, and he is sniffed out by Caleb Paganis.
Yeah, you're right. It's the same play as the long touchdown run on their first play. This time, Washington Township did a much better job of shutting off the initial surge, but then they didn't allow him to cut back and get him to the ground. So nice little defensive series so far here for Washington Township.
So Paganis does a good job of sniffing that one out, and Mainland now will be 3rd and long. Yeah, Kennedy, they used that play on the penalty, the play before. A lot of times the coach, if somebody sees it, they'll switch that up. They went right back to it. John Franchini, the sophomore quarterback, sends 2 receivers to the near side. Jake Blum in the slot. Hands up the middle. Not a lot of room. Hunter Watson on the carry there, and the Minutemen get their first stop. That's a win for Washington Township. Kind of settle this game down a bit.
Absolutely, and from the Mainland side, I didn't think they were going to put the ball in the air that close to their own end zone with a long 3rd down. So they'll punt. Their defense has done a nice job, but now this is a chance for Washington Township to now flip the field a little bit. Whether they get a little penetration, maybe get a piece of the block, but definitely a return.
Cohen Cook back to punt for Mainland. Twins back around the 50-yard line for Washington Township. High snap. Cook goes up and gets it. No pressure, and he booms one to the 45, taken at the 45 by Logan Perez, but his momentum took him to the ground, and once you hit the ground in high school football, you are down. Couple new rules this year in high school football. The 10-yard penalty for offensive holding behind the line of scrimmage will now be measured from the line of scrimmage, not the point of the foul. So that is one new thing. Also on defense, the player, if he can wrap his arms around the opponent, it will not be a hit on a defensive player. That seems like a lot of judgment call.
No question.
Last year, too, in high school football, the offensive player was permitted to throw the ball out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage to avoid intentional grounding. This year, you can only apply that to the quarterback. So a couple new rule changes and some other things that aren't really consequential to the game. Dragowski, hands, Perez sweeps, and he is hit and pushed down right about a yard over the line of scrimmage. So Washington Township tries a little sweep play there with Logan Perez, and not much there. Boy, that Mainland defense moves really well side to side, and that was Zach Hodges pushing the pile back, the nose tackle.
Wondered a few times Mainland didn't get a whole lot of penetration, but they did shut off the line.
2nd and 8. Dragowski hands off, up the middle, off the left side, finding a little room with Scavetta, and he gets himself into a 3rd and makeable situation. Nice little 2nd down run off the left side of that Washington Township line. Nice block up front by Paul Dombrowski. 3rd down, Scavetta. This time they run the same play to the right side, and John Franchini, tackled by Stephen Ordilly, who made a nice tackle. And they are going to be 4th down, it looks like.
First down.
Are they going to give him the first down?
Yeah. Well, that's a nice series there from Washington Township. Blocked better, there's no question about it. And again, it's the first time the entire game, although we've only played just about a quarter, that Mainland's not getting penetration. So you start to see adjustments that the coaches make from what they see.
1st and 10. Ball at the 35. Dragowski cuts it up, keeps it himself, ducks under a tackle and gets out to the 30. And it looks like a gain of about 5 on the play. So Washington Township now starting to get their offense rolling behind the offensive line.
Yep, and it started with the good defensive stand the last time Mainland had the ball. So one thing does affect the other.
2nd and 6. Handoff. Scavetta off the right side. Pulls the pile forward with him. And the tackle's made by Zach Hodges.
Yeah, much better push from Washington Township, especially in the middle of the line.
They're down. Balls on the 27-yard line.
The 3rd down for Washington Township. Ball at the 27. 3rd and about 4.
I think we're probably 4 down territory, so you think maybe they try to cut this in half, if not get the first down.
They send a man in motion. They hand it off to Scavetta. He kicks it back, bounces to the inside, and Mainland is there. A host of Mustangs, including Hunter Watson and Stephen Ordilli, helping out to make the stop, and that's going to set up a 4th down. And Washington Township getting right back on the ball as Mainland is trying to get some fresh bodies in there, and Dragowski pushing the pile forward, and he comes out through on the other side, actually for a 1st down.
Yeah, he got through there about 4 or 5 yards. Wasn't able to keep his feet, but he did break the line. They went quickly. Mainland was trying to get their goal line defense in, and Washington Township was able to get a nice push.
So a 1st down as Dragowski keeps it. They hustled to get up there. Mainland trying to keep fresh bodies. They are rotating a lot of guys up on that defensive front. Snap. Dragowski sidesteps a tackle, then he carries the defense with him.
Yeah, that's a case there where his pads were below the pads of the defensive player, and like you said, carried him for 4 or 5 yards.
He carried them for a nice gain on the play. It is 2nd down and about 3 after about a 6-yard pickup for Dragowski, but he got hit at the line and just carried the Mustangs with him. Big boy Jared Dragowski. 6 foot 195 for the quarterback. The senior for Washington Township. The Minutemen trail 13-0 with 2 minutes left to play here in the 1st.
Yeah, his conditioning is going to be a big deal because he is involved, obviously, as a quarterback in every play, but they use his legs a ton.
Man in motion. Scavetta busts the tackle, then he is tackled right back at the line of scrimmage there. Rocco DiBiaso's name has been called on offense, and now he's making plays on defense.
Yeah, good penetration there. Really the first time in this series, although they didn't make the original tackle, they were able to blow up the play and get him down quickly.
3rd down and 2 for Washington Township. Ball at the 15. Scavetta's hit, and he is pushed backwards. Nowhere to go. Big stop in there right off the bat as Ethan Schock came in there and made the wrap-up.
Yeah, you said it right. There was nowhere to go. The center got pushed back 3 yards off the line, so there was no space there for the running back at all.
So this is going to be a 4th down play. It looks like they're going to go for it. 4th and about 5.
They haven't put the ball in the air at all on this drive.
Ball to 17. Trips to the far side. Dragowski takes the snap. Looks, fires into the end zone, and it is...
He caught it.
Complete down to Gabe Moscow. Boy, 2 Mustangs crisscrossed there, and it was tough to see whether or not that got through the defenders, but Moscow comes up with the catch at the 2, and Washington Township has 1st and goal at the 2.
Yeah, that wind's tough, and that hung up there, and like you said, it was a conversion on the ball.
Scavetta. And he looks like he is short down to the 1. 2nd and goal, but Gabe Scavetta, look at Washington Township right back on the ball. You're going to get a Dragowski quarterback sneak here, and they try to push him forward, and he is in.
Yeah, Mainland had good push, but he kept his feet alive and spun his way into the end zone. And what a big drive for Washington Township to get back in this game.
Touchdown, Minutemen, and at Wawa, they have you covered with delivery, curbside, and other options ahead at Wawa. Download the Wawa app today. Washington Township with an impressive drive gets on the board, and the kick is up, and it is good. So, at the end of the first quarter, that play happened as the quarter expired. Mainland 13, Washington Township 7, here at the Battle at the Beach on Cape Atlantic League Live.
What makes a Wawa club? Is it the crispy bacon on the turkey BLT? The endless layers of flavor of the buffalo chicken salad? Or is it a secret handshake? Nah. At Wawa, there's a club for everyone. Find yours today. What?
It is known all over the Delaware Valley. Johnson's Popcorn on the Ocean City Boardwalk, specializing in their delicious caramel corn. You can get Johnson's Popcorn in individual servings all the way up to 3.5-gallon tins. Look for them in your favorite food market or party store. Johnson's Popcorn, 1368 Boardwalk in Ocean City. Phone 1-800-842-2676 and have your popcorn shipped to you. They're also online at johnsonspopcorn.com. Johnson's Popcorn, since 1940.
About to start the second quarter, Washington Township with an impressive drive as they have cut into this lead. 13-7 now, Minutemen trail the Mustangs here at the Battle at the Beach 2023, the third edition. We got a great crowd on here at 10 o'clock on a Friday morning. Beats going to school, not a beach day. Where else would you be?
Yeah, and the rain's holding off for us right now. Keep that breeze, keep the rain to the west of us, and get this game in.
4 games every day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, here at the Battle at the Beach. The signature event of the high school football season, really. I mean, this kickoff to the season has really kind of brought football in with a bang all over South Jersey. They're bringing teams from all over the place. We know tomorrow night, IMG versus St. Joe's Prep. That game will be nationally televised on ESPNU. They're already here setting up.
Yeah, they were, but you really can't beat this setting here, and that's adding things to the high school season.
A booming kick out of the back of the end zone, Josh Franchi for Washington Township, and you can tell on that extra point he had some leg, and
he did.
He had that one boomed out to the back of the end zone. So Mainland 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. So the Mustangs here, they had 2 carries with touchdown runs. They benefited, George, from a turnover that they got the ball into enemy territory. So maybe Washington Township has settled in a little bit here.
Yeah, that last couple series, both offense and defense, looked good for them, and that's what you definitely build on. And now you're only down 13-7. That was a tough start. Some teams would have crumbled. They hung in there, and we'll see if we have a game now.
John Franchini's offense back on the field for the Mustangs. Kind of a wing T look here, and another penalty. Timeout taken for the Mainland Mustangs. And don't forget our friends over at Pacini's, 13th and West Ocean City, featuring gourmet wood-fired pizza. They have more than just pizza, pasta, chicken, seafood, plus fresh salads and sandwiches. Pacini's open year-round, 7 days a week. Call ahead for pickup and delivery, 609-525-0767. Pacini's open every day, 9:30 till 9 on the weekends, until 10 weekdays until 10 on the weekends. Dining is back at Pacini. They impressed Guy Fieri on the Food Network's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, and they'll impress you, too. Stop in and see what they're all about. 1260 West Avenue, Ocean City, the corner of 13th and West, right behind Wawa. Check out their menu at PaciniOCNJ.com.
First game of the season, you can scout, you can prepare as much as you want, but you're not real sure what you're going to see. And those first couple plays from Mainland were impressive, but now Washington Township possibly has adjusted.
Another whistle after a timeout. Well, George, you've coached. You call a timeout and then
Another penalty.
there's a
right
penalty. How's that conversation going?
Yeah, I wouldn't be real happy on the sideline right now. But it is early. I mean, you get, like you said, Mainland's trying to shuffle players in to keep fresh because Washington Township's going up-tempo on offense. So maybe they have some people that weren't in positions that they haven't been in before. So it's a learning process, and this is the first game.
Well, and a lot of times, too, this first game of the year, I mean, it's early. It's a little muggy out there. I mean, it could be a battle of attrition. Who had better workouts this summer? Who put more into the weight room and the cardio?
Yeah, especially, as we said, for the Washington Township quarterback. They're using him every play, and I think he's there on defense, too.
Franchini's going to throw. He's got a receiver intended for Watson, the tight end, and he just kind of airmailed that, but really good coverage. He threw that into about 3 or 4 Minutemen.
If he got that in there, it would have been a heck of a pass. It was zone coverage, and there was only, it looked like maybe 2, possibly 3 receivers in the patterns, so there wasn't anything really open.
Yeah, Watson, by the way, is a big target. It's 6'5", and he airmailed him. So you see that he got a little bit underneath that throw. Now, Mainland going into the wind, by the way.
Yeah, it's funny. They didn't really throw the ball with the wind. Now they're against the wind, and they air it out a little.
Well, Bob Seeger.
Trying to get it set.
Second down.
We got another issue with the clock.
Second down and 15.
Not running at all. It's running by itself.
Yeah, as we said, it's a new clock here at the stadium, and they're having some issues with it now with quite a few wireless signals going out here right now, and it's interfering with
Well, that's the thing. It is a wireless scoreboard, so there's so many people with their phones and everything that it is kind of pushing the signal a little bit. Handoff. Trying to barrel through a couple of runners coming right towards you there.
Was that
Looked
Cook?
like Cook. Somebody running that hard has to be Cook.
Oh, I got to say,
You could have no numbers on the jersey, and if you said, guess who that was, you would say Cohen Cook.
Well, even a little earlier on, he's the punter. He made a heck of a catch on the snap there. That was going to go over the goalpost, I think.
Third down and 11. Ball short of the 20 at the 19. Mainland, dressed in green, breaks the huddle. They send one wide receiver to the far side. That's Jamie Tyson. Wing T look in the backfield. Franchini under center. Man in motion to the near side. They pitch. Cutting it up. Breaking a tackle. Wiggling his way across the 30 for a first down is Stephen Ordilli. And he's out around the 35-yard line. And just a simple pitch play.
Had him outnumbered here on the right edge, and everyone stayed with their block, and running back just saw the opening and did a nice job of getting to the sticks, not dancing around. He just put his foot in the ground and headed upfield.
So Ordilli picks up a nice first down on a third down and 11. He picks up the necessary yardage and some. Mainland breaks the huddle. They send Tyson to the far side. Slot man is Cook. Wing T in the backfield with a shotgun formation for Franchini. Out to Cook. Cook out to the 40. Crosses the 50. Cook is wrestled out of bounds, but he picks up a first down, and I don't envy Quentin Singleton, who had to make that tackle.
Nice block there in the edge by the receiver from Mainland, but yeah, you get Cook going with a head of steam and his shoulders facing the end zone. Tough to bring him down.
Cohen Cook, finally a senior.
He's been around forever. Although it's been a lot of fun to watch him play all the sports, so I don't think anyone's complaining, except maybe the opponents. They might be complaining.
Ball across the 50 at the 48 for the Mustangs. Mainland, who elected as the home team, George, to go on the visitor sideline. They did not want to stand on Ocean City's side of the field.
You know, it's funny you said that. As I was walking up here, it said it's going to be odd seeing Mainland on the home side, but I didn't know they selected on, hey, that's the way it goes.
Mainland elected to take the visiting sideline. They decided that they will stay on their side.
Another procedure penalty. That time we could see Cook just started cutting upfield before the snap. So you can't move forward there. You got to stay set before the snap of the ball.
So another penalty for Mainland. Sends a man in motion. Cook to the near side. Handoff. Out to the 50 and then push backwards. Nice stop by the Minutemen defense there. A host of Minutemen, including Gabe Pelganis.
Yeah, good gang tackle there. They got to it. Running back from Mainland State kept his legs alive, too, so he wasn't going down easy, but a group of them got him to the ground.
I'll make it 2nd and 12.
Ball at the 50, 2nd down and 12 for Mainland. They lead it 13-7.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I think all the penalties today may be against Mainland. I don't have it written down here, but I don't remember a penalty against Washington Township.
John Franchini under center, sends Cohen Cook in motion. He fumbles the snap, and he falls right on top of it.
Fumble.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd down now for the Mustangs. And now you might be in a clear passing situation, although they did just run on 3rd and 11.
They did. This is a little longer. But again, maybe they go back to that same formation. Like you said earlier, they ran a couple plays in a row, the same thing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So maybe they do go back to that quick pitch.
Mainland hustling to the line. 2 receivers to the near side. Man in motion. Franchini takes a snap. He rolls, steps up. He is hit. He fires, and it is intercepted. Intercepted by Jordan Potts, and Franchini was hit as he threw, and that was enough to kind of airmail that a little bit.
Yeah, added the wind to that too, and it just fluttered up there. And he made a nice catch, got a foot down, spiked the ball as he went out of bounds. I was surprised he might not get a penalty, but again, a big play. Washington Township's turned this around from the tough start. Now they got the ball here with not too long a field. Where are they getting it? About the 33 with the wind at the back.
Great play in the secondary by Potts, a senior, 6'3". Makes a catch on the run, kept his foot in, out of bounds, and now the Minutemen take over. 1st and 10 at the 33. The clock is not, the time I believe is not accurate. We'll try to figure that out.
It's about 7 minutes, just under 8 minutes left.
Pitch to the far side. Scavetta out to around the 35-yard line. Short gain on the play. So Juliana Scavetta has been busy today in the backfield. Jergowski, the quarterback. Jared Jergowski, Juliana Scavetta, Gabe Moscow, Logan Perez, a nice senior class of skill players for this Washington Township team. 5-5 last year, trying to build off of that against the Mainland Mustangs, who fell to Millville in the state finals. Up the middle, spinning across the 35, trying to get out to the 40.
Yeah, Washington Township, good push again. I think one of the receivers, number 3 for Washington Township, was hurt on that pass interference play early in the game. I don't think he's gotten back in the game.
It's Deshaun Long. Third down and about 5.
Got a timeout, it looks like.
And Washington Township wants to make sure of this one. If you have printing needs, you need the printing company in Summers Point. They're top quality printers, friendly, skilled professionals. The printing company will work with you as part of their unwavering commitment to exceed your expectations from concept to finished product. Your business is their priority. They pride themselves in delivering the expert printing you deserve at an affordable price, from business cards to brochures to visual communications. That includes signs, banners, graphics, vehicle wraps, and so much more. The printing company open 9 to 5 at 457th Street in Summers Point. Call Chugger and his staff at 609-374-5417. Let the printing company bring your ideas to life. 13-7 Mainland leads Washington Township. Battle at the beach 2023. Full lineup today: Hamilton, St. John, Vianney, Millville, Toms River North, Ocean City, and Pleasantville. Tomorrow, back here at 9:30, half hour earlier tomorrow.
Now remember, there had been a 9:30 start before.
West Defford and Hightstown will kick it off tomorrow morning. Here it's 3rd and 5. And Washington Township moves, so we have a timeout and another penalty.
Yeah, it
That's
looked like
the second time. Mainland happened it too.
You could see the quarterback went with the hard count, and it was a little too hard for his offensive line.
So we'll walk it back 5, and that'll make it 3rd down and 9 now. Changes the situation just a little bit. Washington Township. See if they throw the ball here.
Yeah, they haven't used the air yet when they got the wind at their back. They made some really big completions there in that drive with the going into the wind.
Third and 9. Ball at the 33. Mainland showing blitz. Here they come. Dragowski throws, and it is a wobbler. He is hit as he throws, and it is short, and it's going to be a 4th down. Yeah, they brought the pressure, Mainland did, and Dragowski looked like he was going to step through it, but I think somebody got to him.
Definitely looked like it hit his arm, and it was in the air again for a long time, but no one was able to adjust to get to it.
Logan Perez was the intended receiver, and Washington Township will have to punt. They punted about this end on the opposite end of the field, and the snap was through the legs of the punter, and that set up a Mainland score.
Yep.
Another low snap, and this one is a high, short punt. Bounces at the 40, rolls to the 35, and then takes a Washington Township roll inside the 30 to about the 27-yard line. The Mustangs will have the ball left to right, leading 13-7 as Mainland looking to get their offense going again here. Washington Township has settled in.
Yeah, there's 2 plays early, or just about all the offense that Mainland's had. There on that punt, I thought was going to get blocked, the low snap, and then you had a rush off the edge there by number 1. Just wasn't able to get to it.
So Mainland, you see the Washington Township sideline here. There's Mike McGarry writing the story for the Press of Atlantic City. Mainland's opener today. Washington Township, everybody kicking off the 2023 football season. It's become a new tradition here at Ocean City. It's a place to be for high school football fans.
Is this the first game in the state today?
I would imagine so.
Yeah, you wouldn't think.
There might be games later tonight, but I can't imagine anybody else played at 9:30 this morning.
No.
Sweeping to the far side of the field. Nice pitch. That's Ordilli. Nice play on the outside there by Gabe Moscow, making the stop for Washington Township. Sets up a 2nd and 5. Mainland 10-2 last year. They lost in week 2 to Ocean City, and then went the rest of the season without a loss before they lost to Millville in the state final. You would imagine Ocean City, Millville, and Mainland, those 3 teams all going to be battling it out again this year.
Yeah, Millville's definitely talented, but this Mainland team's got a lot of offense too.
Franchini, hands, Cook dancing in the backfield. Nowhere to go. Washington Township, and helping out, pushing that pile is sophomore Jalen Robinson.
Yeah, nice penetration there from Washington Township, what we've been seeing Mainland do all day. And that's the key. Well, actually, for Mainland, they've been hurting themselves with the procedure penalties. But now it is 3rd and 4. This is manageable. You would think they'll stay on the ground.
3rd down and 3. Mainland. As the clock continues to tick under 5.5 minutes. Ball at the 35. Tyson split to the near side. Franchini under center. Sends a man in motion to the near side. Hands off up the middle, and Washington Township. Big stop on the play.
Yeah,
give it to him. How about Troy Moslin in there?
Not only did he get in there, he was able to get the running back to the ground. So, yeah, big play there. And now they get the ball back with this wind, punting against the wind. They should, again, get good field position.
Yeah, Molson came in there and just absolutely blew that play up. They tried that little quick inside handoff. And that's a trust in your offensive line. That's saying, hey, we think our line can get pushed, but Moslin just said, no, not on me, man.
Yeah, penetration, and he stayed low, so he was almost unblockable.
You know, Washington Township, one of the things they talked about, George, was they had practice this summer, and then a lot of these guys stayed after practice to continue practicing. They hit the weight room, and they realized that maybe they were just, boy, look at this. Cook, and he's going to keep it himself. Now he's going to punt it. boy, Cook thought about taking that. He probably could have got it as the ball now bounces, rolls inside the 10. Have you ever seen anything like that? No rush.
That's a lot of confidence from a player to be able to, maybe I'll do this on my own, but then the intelligence that he didn't want to take the chance because there was one player he'd have to beat. He probably could, but if he didn't, I'm sure it wouldn't have been a pleasant trip over his sideline.
So there was no rush from Washington Township, and the snap was kind of a slow. And when Cook caught it, he kind of realized there's nobody coming, and he kind of took his time. It looked like he was going to step into the punt, and then he realized there's nobody here. I might take off here.
Yeah, the one guy didn't have his back totally turned, but then he saw that he's coming, so he stopped and he decided to punt. But he got a heck of a bounce there. What are they down on the 6? So a lot of good things happened there for Mainland.
Yeah, 1st and 10, Washington Township. They trail 13-7. It was a 13-0 game. It looked like Mainland. Last year they won 37-0 here, and they really got off to a slow start last year and then kind of pulled away from Egg Harbor Township later in that second quarter is when they really started to go. There was if you remember that game last year, there was a penalty on the kickoff, and Egg Harbor Township re-kicked it, and after that, it was just bedlam for Mainland, and they just really kind of dominated after that.
We had something happen here on the snap. There doesn't appear to be a flag down yet. Oh, okay, so they're going offsides against Mainland. Yeah, Mainland has not helped themselves with the penalties. There's one thing they're absolutely going to talk about at halftime. The procedure penalties, I think, were most of the penalty calls, but this one right here gets Washington Township out of a hole.
Pitch to the near side.
Yeah, smart play. Another, couple yards from a first down, so 2nd and 2. And again, with their backs to the goal line, that penalty really helped them. And we've lost the scoreboard.
2nd down, and it looks like 2. Dragowski, shotgun, hands off, and Scavetta is pushed back.
Maybe got half a yard. Lost a yard. 2.
So they push him back. Yeah, it looks like a 2-yard loss on the play. 3rd down and 4. The scoreboard's completely out at this point, so we apologize if we're kind of guessing a little bit on some of the yardage here. 3rd and 4. 3:22 left in the half. Back to throw. They set up the screen. Nice play. Scavetta catches, gets the block. He's got a first down and way more. Out to the 30-yard line. And a nice setup there as Dragowski finds Giuliano Scavetta. And that's just an old-fashioned, send everybody to the far side and swing it to the near side.
Yeah, and watching what the defense has been doing against you. They had a big sack the last possession, so use that aggressiveness against them. Just toss it over their head and pick up 15, 20 yards. So nicely done and good call there by Washington Township.
Up the middle, Dragowski keeps it himself.
And a big hit. I think he got hit high and low on that time, so he definitely earns his money out there.
33-yard line. 2nd and 7.
2nd down and 7. Dragowski, quick throw, and it's short. He tries to get Perez on a bubble screen there.
Yeah, just to try to get rid of it a little too quick because there was, again, pressure up there. But these screens appear to be something that Washington Township's going to focus on here.
So it sets up 3rd down and 7.
Now, let's see, did they go back to the screen again? Why not?
It seemed to be open. He just kind of threw it short there. But Mainland's defense does a good job of converging quickly.
They did, especially out on the perimeter.
Plays look open, and they quickly close. Dragowski to throw. Steps up. He's hit. He fumbled the football. The ball is loose. And Mainland has jumped on it. So, boy, that play looked innocent. He went back. He looked, and just as we mentioned, they converged so quickly.
And that's one of the few times they couldn't get in the ground, so the defender just took a swipe at the ball and was able to knock it free. Now a short field here with, 2:18 left in the half for Mainland. This is a big series right here because Washington Township's done a nice job getting back in this game, but Mainland could take the momentum in the halftime, getting in the end zone.
Yeah, so with just over 2 minutes left in the half. A turnover there. The Mustangs defense holds. Mainland up 13-7, looking for more. Franchini. Kind of this wing T look. They send a man in motion. They hand it to the motion man. Sweeping. DiBiaso hits the corner. He gets across the 15-yard line up to the 13 and running with a full head of steam. Rocco DiBiase.
You're right. He really accelerated there. That left foot, almost the exact same play that they did to score on the opening touchdown.
I think we got rain, by the way. I just see a host of umbrellas pop open out there.
Yeah, the cheerleaders putting the pom-poms above their heads. That's another sign.
I can't tell it's going every time.
1st and 10. Franchini to Cook. Sweeping near the 10-yard line, and he is taken down by Potts. So nice play by Jordan Potts to step up in there.
Cook basically took that ball out of the air of the snap. I mean, it barely got back to the quarterback before he had it in his hands.
2nd and 6 for Mainland. 2nd and 8.
2 timeouts left for Mainland.
Franchini sends DiBiaso in motion and hands it right. Actually, kind of almost looked like a direct snap.
I thought he fumbled the snap. I couldn't see the ball get there.
I'm not sure if he direct snapped it or if he almost just patted it to him.
Yeah, it definitely didn't look conventional, let's put it that way. And we get a timeout here with Mainland with 47 seconds left.
Let you know about our friends at Holiday Leonard. If you're planning to build a home, make your first step to visit Holiday Leonard. Holiday Leonard will consult you on your design and assist the development of your custom your home. They build single homes that will fit most any budget, plus condos, townhouses, commercial buildings. Get your ideas together and take them to Holiday Leonard, 700 Haven Avenue, Ocean City, 398-5737. That's in the 609 area code. Holiday Leonard. They'll make your dream home a reality.
We got 1:01 left on the clock. We're hearing now. We got umbrellas flying out of the stands.
Yeah, we got rain, wind, and no scoreboard. Sounds like opening day.
Oh, scoreboard has lights now.
Franchini, shotgun, empty backfield, to throw into the flat, complete to Ordilli, and he is wrapped up and taken down. Logan Perez stepped in and made the play.
Nice job converging. Well, the ball was in the air by Washington Township. That looked open when he first released it, but they really got to the ball nicely.
Looks like 45 seconds left to play. Again, the scoreboard clock here at Carey Stadium is out, so we are estimating about 30 seconds left in this half. Mainland has it on 4th down. Big 4th down play, and Mainland is going to call a timeout. So you got 4th down. You've got how much time? It looks like about 26 seconds.
No timeouts.
23 seconds is official from the official inside. So just to kind of set the scene for you, the scoreboard is not operating. It is a brand new scoreboard, but it is not the scoreboard that will be here. There's basically a loaner, and it is not cooperating. So the scoreboard is out. We have Dan Kern, who's officiating inside the, he is the in-booth official that does the clock. He is kind of telling us down the line the time. The rain is beginning to really fall here. I mean, it has just started to come down here at Carey Stadium. It is a turf field, by the way, but you got to keep in mind, it's turf now. You get slippage, it becomes a little bit of a problem. Here we go. 4th down, 23 seconds. John Franchini under center. Sends a man in motion, and we got a whistle. And now Washington Township wants to talk things over. The RJH Insurance Group has specialized in home and flood insurance since 2006. At RJH, they are committed to excellence as an independent agency. They have the ability to represent multiple insurance companies and get their customers the most competitive rates. Call Rich Hogue for a quote, 609-630-4569, or check out their many services at rjhinsurance.com. The RJH Insurance Group. That Hogue name is very familiar here at Ocean City.
Yep.
Boy, what a player Jack was.
Yep, multiple sports too. Oh, they do have one timeout left. One timeout left. Now we're hearing from Mainland.
Washington.
Oh, Washington Township. None for Mainland.
Mainland, none, yes.
4th down. Here we go. Man in motion to the near side. Franchini rolls. He's going to throw. Looking into the back of the end zone, and it is intercepted. Intercepted in the end zone. It looks like Jergowski got him. So quarterback to quarterback crime.
Well, you don't mind the throw. He was being tracked down from behind, so we had to get rid of the ball. You throw it up there. It's 4th down. Give it a shot in the end zone. But a nice play now. Now Mainland with no timeouts left. I think they got the ball on the 1.
Well, right. Depending, the only thing you might say, George, is maybe he should have just batted it down, and they get the ball out of the end zone a little bit. Although, if he caught it in the end zone, which it doesn't look like he did, they would have got it out at the 20.
So you got one play here for Mainland. A big push up front. Maybe they can get a safety. So, yeah, you know,
well, you're Washington Township. You're down 13-0. 2 quick plays with 10 seconds left here in the half. Are you taking a knee? Are you just trying to get in the locker room and saying, hey, we withstood the storm?
I don't think they can take a knee. It's like on the half.
Well, maybe you just push forward here.
They are on their goal line.
Yeah, they are very tight. Dragowski trying to get Mainland to jump. He pushes forward, and Mainland is trying to say, hey, let's get a safety here.
That's what I was thinking too, but they had good push up front, so that'll be the last play.
So Dragowski, he pushes forward, and that will do it at the end of the first half. With the score, the Mainland Mustangs 13 and the Washington Township Minutemen 6. And you would say Mainland 2 plays, 2 touchdowns to start this game. They look like they're going to run away with it. And now Washington Township goes into the locker room just down a score. They feel good.
Yeah, you take those 2 plays away. Now, you can't do that in football.
Well, and remember, Mainland scored basically because they recovered that fumble.
Yep, that's the one. So Washington Township, although I was one after 13-0, I'm thinking it's going to be running clock before long, but they definitely did a nice job, some adjustments. But the big thing Washington Township must do is control the penetration from the defensive line. That's really the game changer right now. They just can't do anything offensively.
Mainland has forced 1 turnover, unforced error really, on that punt, and Mainland has turned it over twice. So we have a 1-score game at halftime here on Cape Atlantic League Live. Let me tell you about our friends at 6th Street Pizza and Grill. They're open daily from 11 to 8 weekdays and 11 until 10 on weekends. At 6th Street in the Boardwalk, Ocean City, right over our shoulder here on Gillian's Wonderland Pier. 6th Street Pizza not only serves a variety of delicious pizzas, but hot, cold subs, salads, hot dogs, and their special Angus burgers. They got free delivery and delivery specials daily. Call them at 6th Street Pizza and Grill, 609-525-0022. 6th Street Pizza and Grill, 6 in the Boardwalk in Ocean City. We're at halftime here on Cape Atlantic League Live at the Battle at the Beach 2023. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the second half. Mainland 13, Washington Township 7 here on Cape Atlantic League Live.
Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th Street in the Boardwalk in Ocean City, is a popular summer destination. Gillian's will be open until 9:30 this weekend and through Labor Day weekend, and they'll give you a chance to enjoy their amusement rides every weekend in September. The summer continues through September at Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th in the Boardwalk in Ocean City. Visit them online at gillians.com.
Frozen cappuccino for Curtis. Mango smoothie for Curtis. Hey, Curtis. Strawberry banana smoothie.
That's me. Oh, this is so exciting. Smoothies, frozen cappuccinos, and more. Made fresh just for you. Gotta have a Wawa.
Hey, babe, wait. I think I got one more coming.
Frozen cappuccino.
If you're planning to build a home, make your first step a visit to Halliday Leonard. Halliday Leonard will consult you on your design and assist the development of your custom home. They build single homes that will fit most any budget, plus condominiums, townhouses, and commercial buildings. Get your ideas together and take them to Halliday Leonard, 700 Haven Avenue in Ocean City, or phone 609-398-5737. Halliday Leonard will help make your dream home a reality.
Whoever you are, whatever you like, there's a place where memories become traditions. So this summer, come on down and enjoy all that's fun at the shore. Plan today and book your vacation in America's greatest family resort. Ocean City, New Jersey. We're less than a tank of gas away. Whoever you are.
Void. 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 Void.
satisfy your craving for authentic Italian food right in South Jersey.
Halftime here at the Battle at the Beach 2023. Mike Gill, George McNally. Ocean City High School is the host. They are hosting Mainland and Washington Township. The Mustangs 13-7 over the Minutemen. And George, we saw two big plays in this game from Mainland. A big touchdown run from Rocco DiBiaso, and then they recovered a fumble, and one play later, Cohen Cook scored. And it looked like the Mustangs were going to run out to a big-time win. But Washington Township has settled in, made a couple of plays, and we got a one-score game.
Yeah, if you're Washington Township, you're at halftime saying, guys, we outplayed them. You take away two plays in this game, they're up maybe 7-0. Who knows what's happening from there? But those plays to start the game, they went in untouched, so it looked like it was going to be a big score early. So we'll see that, as we said in the first half, the defensive line penetration for Mainland definitely was a huge factor in this game. What the adjustments Washington Township makes as they get the ball here to start. The wind's dying down a little bit. There's no rain. Still no scoreboard, but I guess we can't have everything.
Can't have nice things here in Ocean City, they say, right?
I don't know about that, but
I was kidding. Cook's right foot swings through the football. It's a short kick, bouncing at the 25. It takes a Mustang bounce, comes forward, and Washington Township falls on it. They will start things 1st and 10, trailing 13-7.
It looked like he almost missed the ball. He went under the ball and got more tee, but that was a live ball there. The Mainland kid was about to dive on it, so a heads-up play of getting on there instead of losing possession for Washington Township.
Jared Jergalski, the quarterback, running onto the field with his Minutemen trailing 13-7 to start the third quarter. They move right to left, wearing white. They break the huddle with the receiver to the near side, one to the far. Shotgun formation. Takes the snap, hands it off. Scavetta still powering forward across the 30. And a nice gain on first down. Sets up a second down and about 6 on the play.
Yeah, good push there. Again, Washington Township going with no huddle here. Speeding up the game and trying to get to the legs of Mainland, and we'll see if it pays off in the second half.
2nd and 6. They hand off the right side. Sweeping is Jergalski, and he is pushed backwards and maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we saw that a lot on the first drive or two from Washington Township, and they didn't have a whole lot of success in the first half, and there it wasn't real successful. They've been doing better where they just get up and hit them or use Mainland's aggressiveness against them in a couple of those screens.
3rd down and 7. Jergalski in a shotgun. Man in motion to the near side. He sweeps and he gets it to the man in the flat, and he is hit. Immediately brought down is Gabe Moscow, and a nice play by Jamie Tyson making the stop for the Mustangs, and it's going to be a 4th down, and here comes the Minutemen punt unit.
Yeah, really nice job getting up and making the play. The pass is a little behind him. It turned him to spin around. I'm not sure he gets the first down anyway, but that didn't help him at all.
John Franchi will punt. Stephen Ordilly stands back at the 25-yard line. Franchi's punt at the 30, inside the 35-yard line, and he calls a fair catch.
Again, that's the 3rd punt that number 1 for Mainland looked like he had a chance to get in there and block. You wonder if that doesn't come out to haunt them later in the game.
So Mainland, their first drive of the second half of this game. John Franchini, a couple interceptions in the game for the sophomore. Franchini got his debut at this event last year. He was kind of rotating in and out at quarterback. Now he is firmly installed as the Mustangs starting quarterback. And he has his Mustangs team leading 13-7. Franchini, shotgun formation, sends a man in motion. Rocco DiBiase takes it, stutter steps, crosses the 35 out towards the 40, and a nice first down gain for Rocco DiBiase, who opened this game with a big touchdown run.
Yeah, he gets his momentum going quickly there. He's not a kid that needs a few steps to get to top speed. He plants that foot and he hits the hole hard.
2nd down and about 4.
I'm not sure Mainland's completed a pass here in this game, so all their damage has been done on the ground.
Franchini breaks the huddle. Sends one receiver. Gilman to the far side. Hands off. Up the middle. Near the first down yardage. Broken up. Stephen Ordilly. And broken up on the play there by Juliana Scavetta.
Yeah, nice job of pushing the end up the field, and that created that crease for him to gain that yardage.
3rd and short for the Mustangs. A lot of options here. You got Cook, you got DiBiase, you got Ordilly. Franchini brings in the play.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do something quick hitter up the middle here with this being such short yardage. Don't bring a loss of yardage into play.
3rd and 1. Franchini looks over the defense. Delaware wing T. Sends a man in motion. Pitches to the outside. Ordilly takes it. He's got a first down. And spins and breaks a tackle out to the 40. And Stephen Ordilly is gone. A touchdown for the Mustangs as Stephen Ordilly looked like he was down. Spun out of a tackle. And then shot out of a cannon.
Yeah, he does. He gets going quickly too, but it was a high tackle, and he was trying to almost pull him to the ground, and just didn't have enough strength. And you're right, he hit that hole and kept going.
So Stephen Ordilly puts the Mustangs on the board for the 3rd time today. A huge spinning run for Stephen Ordilly to give the Mustangs a 19-7 lead. They will try for the extra point with Nate Cashy. Cashy's kick is up, and it's good. At Wawa, they have you covered with delivery, curbside, and other order ahead options in the Wawa app. Download the app today. Mainland 20, Washington Township 7, here on Cape Atlantic League Live.
8 minutes, 35 seconds.
8:35, got it.
You can see the complete conversation with legendary coaches Paul Rodeo and Paul Sacco from Iliano's Ristorante in Hamilton by going to primeevents.net.
Makes a Wawa club? Is it the crispy bacon on the turkey BLT? The endless layers of flavor of the buffalo chicken salad? Or is it a secret handshake? Nah. At Wawa, there's a club for everyone. Find yours today.
Welcome back here to the Battle at the Beach. In Ocean City, Mike Gill and George McNally. Mainland, big run there by Stephen Ordilli. Boy, he would not be denied.
Big plays to start each half here for Mainland on the ground. See how Washington Township responds here.
Cohen Cook will kick off for the Mustangs. He scored a touchdown himself. Cook, DiBiaso, and now Ordilli, all touchdowns for Mainland today. Low kick spinning towards the 10, bounces out of bounds. And a flag on the play.
Yeah, what's that put it at the 30 in high school or 35?
Yeah, and I think what happened last year was something similar where they kicked it out of bounds. EHT made them kick it again.
Re-kick, yes.
And I think the Mainland ended up getting the ball because of the re-kick. Maybe Mainland purposely kicked it out of bounds to try to goat Washington Township to make a similar decision.
There you go.
I do recall the game last year was really close. It was a close game for about the first quarter and halfway through the second, and then there was some wonky plays. There was an interception return, Tyson for a touchdown. Well, I'm getting older, George. I don't remember things as well.
Believe me, I know. This is interesting. Neither team has done a whole lot in the air. The couple of big passes from Washington Township looked like they were going to be intercepted. So let's see what they try to do here. The push, the screens have been effective for them again. But they need a positive gain here on first down.
Jergalski takes a snap, hands it off. Taken down right around the line of scrimmage. Not a lot of running room.
No, Mainland really attacked the line there. Not a whole lot of penetration, but they had every hole sealed. That 8:15 here left in the third quarter.
Second down and 10. Ball resting on the 35. Jergalski takes the snap. He's going to throw. And it is intercepted. Intended for Logan Perez, and it looks like it was Jamie Tyson. We just mentioned he had the interception in the game last year, and now he comes up with one in the game this year.
I don't think he had to move for that one. He was just positioned from the snap, and the ball just hit him right in the chest. So a little bit of an overthrow. It didn't look like the receiver got off the line real quick, so the timing wasn't there.
So Jergalski gets picked off, and Mainland scores the touchdown and now gets a turnover as the Mustangs just in enemy territory at the 49-yard line. First and 10 for Mainland.
Similar script to start the game. They had the big run for a touchdown, then the turnover on the punt snap, although they're a little further away from the end line here. Very similar start to both halves for Mainland.
First and 10 for the Mustangs. Gilman to the near side. Man in motion. They pitch it to Ordilli to the near side. Gets a block. Ordilli to the 40, out to the 35, and he gets pushed out of bounds. Knocking him out is Jared Jergalski. But a nice run, first down variety for Stephen Ordilli.
They've had some success with that quick pitch. They just had him sealed and had him outnumbered on the edge. And these two running backs here for Mainland hit the hole, and they get upfield quickly.
First and 10. For Mainland. They break the huddle. Ball resting at the 35. Gilman split to the far side. Liam Kennedy on the wing here. Sends him in motion. And they hand it Kennedy. Kennedy hit in the backfield, and he is pushed backwards. Good penetration there. The stop by Giuliano Scavetta.
Yeah, that didn't have the same timing as the other plays, too. But I think Mainland just keeps running the ball. They've had the two interceptions. They're going to win this game on the ground.
Second down and maybe 11 after a loss of a yard by Kennedy there.
Yeah, I thought he almost lost the ball, too. The Washington Township defenders were grabbing at it as he was going down.
7 minutes. 7 minutes. 7 minutes.
7 minutes to play here in the third. Again, the scoreboard is out here at Carey Stadium. Franchini to throw. Screen. Tipped. Ordilli picked it up off the ground. He didn't hear a whistle, but he kind of stopped because I think he understood. I didn't really catch that ball.
Yeah, no, you're right. And that's sometimes dangerous for the player. If there's no whistle, those defenders can keep coming hard. But they had it. It was open and just not enough on that little push pass to get over top and make it a receivable ball.
Sets up 3rd down and 11. For Mainland. They lead 20-7 with 6:40 left to play here in the 3rd. Couple of touchdown runs in the first quarter for Mainland, and then they kind of settled in, and then they have a touchdown run to start the 3rd. Franchini in a shotgun. Gilman split to the near side. Man in motion is DiBiaso. Going to throw. Franchini hits Watson. It's complete and hit immediately by Jergalski, the quarterback.
To the line. It might be a first down.
Bootleg play.
Yeah, nice hit, too, because like you said, Watson's not a small player.
Yeah, Watson's 6'5", the tight end, 220. Getting hit by the quarterback, Jared Jagalski, 6 foot, 195. Just an old school bootleg there, but the tight end kind of dragging on the backside.
Yep. And just short of the first down here, so it'll be 4th and inches.
6 minutes to play. 4th down and inches.
That might be Mainland's first reception of the day.
I think you're right. Breaks the huddle. Gilman to the far side. A lot of Delaware wing T look for Mainland. And Mainland's going to call a timeout. Quickie timeout. 20-7. Mainland leads Washington Township here. And Chuck Smith wants to talk things over. We'll take it with him here on Cape Atlantic League Live.
You can satisfy your craving for authentic Italian food right in South Jersey. Iliano's Ristorante in Hamilton offers an extensive menu of homemade pastas, pizza, and their famous tomato bread. Iliano's has everything you'll need for a classic meal in a casual atmosphere. The Ristorante is open every day except Monday at 11 a.m. until 10 on Friday and Saturday, 9 Tuesday through Thursday, and until 8 on Sunday. They can handle everything from large groups of celebrities to a quiet dinner for 2. Their party room can seat 100 people. And their happy hour stretches from noon till 6 every afternoon, Tuesday through Friday. With discounted beverages and an exclusive menu only offered in the bar and lounge. Iliano's Restaurant.
Back live here on 4th and inches for Mainland. They send a man in motion. They hand off to Cook. Cook is hit in the backfield, and he stretches out forward, but not enough. Jergalski came up there and made the stop, and it looks like Mainland. Let's see.
I think he gave him the spot.
Well, he did reach his arm out.
And the ball came free as he was reaching the arm out.
First down.
Gave him the first down.
So that's extra stretch there.
Yeah.
Smart move by Cohen Cook because he was hit behind the line, but he just stretched his arm out, and the officials gave that stretch to him.
I was wondering because he did lose possession. It bounced on the ground, but he got back short of the line, but you're right, they gave him the stretch.
1st and 10. Ball to 25. DiBiaso in motion, hands it off to Wardilli. Fumbled the football! Ball is loose, and Washington Township with the scoop. Jordan Potts was on it, and Washington Township gets a much-needed turnover.
Yeah, they almost had a chance to scoop and score there, but the one Township player pushed the other one to the ground. They were going for the ball. But a big turn of events there for Washington Township. Going down 3 scores would have been a lot to come back from.
So Ardilli fumbles the football. Washington Township recovers. They've got the football now just over the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for Washington Township. 5 minutes and counting.
They got the ladder up working on the scoreboard. So
new quarterback into the game, and he goes deep down the sideline. He's got a man, and it's just too much for Logan Perez. Cole Aquino in at quarterback for Washington Township. He's a sophomore, 5'9", 165, and he aired that thing out.
It looked good as the rain started to pour down too. So a couple things working against him there. His first play and the weather.
And the rain is coming down pretty hard. as the umbrellas pop here at Carey Stadium. Aquino in a shotgun. Takes a snap, throws, complete, near first down. He's got a first down. Extra effort there as the first down picked up there by Logan Perez on a nice pitch and catch as the rain picks up here at Carey Stadium.
And a total different attack now here with a different QB in.
Aquino in a shotgun, trips to the near side. Gonna throw in the flat, and he dropped the football, did Darian Joyner, and it looked like he just took his eyes off the ball.
Yeah, he wasn't going to get much there anyway, so that might be better for them anyway.
Second down and 10. Aquino as Jared Jergowski, the quarterback. You see him on the sideline here, so it's not an injury-related thing, we don't think.
Well, they just didn't have much success running the ball.
They're going to hand it off. Scavetta crosses the 50-yard line into enemy territory. Giuliano Scavetta on the ground, picks up. Could be third down, and it looks like about 7, gain of 3 on the play. Clock continuing to run, and it looks like they're going to have an injury out here. So an injury to a Washington Township player.
Might have been the running back, but I can't tell.
As you can see if you're watching, for those of you on Cape Atlantic League Live, the screen is not foggy. It is just coming down at a pretty high level right now. We had rain early in the game. It kind of stopped, and it has now returned here early in this second half. Mainland leads 20-7. A touchdown run by Rocco DiBiaso to lead the game off. Cohen Cook, after a fumble, Mainland recovered, and Cook with a touchdown run, and then a Stephen Ordilli run are the 3 scores for the Mustangs, and Washington Township got on the board as well in that first half to make it a 13-7 game. At halftime, we're 20-7 right now, and now we have a quarterback change for Washington Township, and it looks like they have changed their direction with the wind at their back to say, we got to take this opportunity to throw the football.
Now, both the quarterbacks are in this lineup here, so it'll be interesting to see whether they have something special they're going to use for this one.
That is Giuliano Scavetta, who is walking off on his own power. Good to see that. Opening day here at the Battle at the Beach, the 3rd season, and a full lineup of games all day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you can't get here, you can watch them, of course, on Cape Atlantic League Live on YouTube. Aquino in a shotgun. 2 receivers to the near side. Rolls, fires, and it is too much in the flat. Andrew Osborne was the intended receiver, and just a little out of his outstretched arms.
Yeah, and again, the pressure made him throw that maybe a second earlier than he wanted to, but there wasn't a big window for him to throw into anyway. Now, 4th down, going for it on, it looks like Mainland's 49.
Big 4th down play. They trail by 2 scores. Ball at the 49-yard line. Aquino in at quarterback. They're looking to the sideline here. He wants to play a little faster. Double slot, 4 receivers. Aquino to throw. Over the middle. Nearly picked off on the 4th down play. And Stephen Ordilli, who comes up limping a little bit, was able to run stride for stride with Quentin Singleton and batted that ball down. So Mainland's defense holds. Washington Township turns the ball over on downs. And the Mustangs, with John Franchini, will come back on the field leading by 2 scores.
It looked like there was a Township receiver running free on the right side. But again, the pressure made him get rid of the ball as soon as he had to.
So the Mustangs will take over at their own 49, leading 20-7 with just over 4 minutes left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Mainland breaks the huddle with that wing T look in the backfield. Liam Kennedy, a wingback, along with Cohen Cook. Shotgun formation from Franchini. Gets the signal that he's ready to go. Sends a man in motion. Hands to Kennedy, sweeping to the far side, and he's got nowhere to go. Andrew Osborne stood him up along with a host of Minutemen, and it sets up a second down.
Yeah, that time Washington Township had Mainland outnumbered on the right side. Not the same aggressiveness on that play as we've seen on a couple of the sweeps from Mainland.
Wants to be on the play, and it's 2nd 11.
Second down and 11. Ball at the 48. 20-7 Mustangs. Andrew Gilman split to the near side. DiBiaso, the wing, back to the near side. Under center, Franchini pitches. Ordilli hits the corner. Crosses the 50, breaks a tackle, spins out of another tackle, out to the 30, and out to the 25-yard line. Stephen Ordilli, another big run as he's finally brought down by Chaz Melton, but not before another first down. And there's Ordilli down, and he was looking like he was limping a little bit on that defensive play that he made. You wonder if he just maybe cramping up or something with his calf there.
If he grabs for the toe or anything, but he's not even lifting up at all. But he almost lost that ball again on the spin. It popped free. He got it back. Was able to get 10 more yards. So
he did fumble the last possession, but that shows that Mainland, a lot of trust in him. They go back to him on that play, and you see why. A lot of explosion. Boy, he spun out of that tackle and just burst it for another 20 yards.
Difference from the play before where there wasn't that burst outside of the tackle to this one where that extra gear is able to get upfield. But definitely looks like a cramp now. You can see they have the leg in the air with the toe pushed back. That's the classic sign that he's cramping up.
Yeah, and that looked apparent on defense. He broke that play up, and you saw him kind of hopping around after he made the play. And you hope that's all it is. The little rain, a little humidity here. It looks like the rain has slowed down. It was coming down pretty strong.
Hard. Yes, it was. And straight down, too, so there wasn't a whole lot of breeze there. And you got the guy on the ladder up trying to fix the scoreboard in the middle of that rain, too. So not easy jobs. But Ordilli's up now. He's definitely limping to the sideline.
Yeah, and he already has something on his left calf.
Yeah.
So obviously he has some problems with that left calf, trying to keep that warm.
Well, this is the stuff you see earlier in the season. Like you said, conditioning, now they're in towards the end of the third quarter. You can practice as much as you want. You can't simulate the game situations, and that's why you have these early season games to get you ready for the ones that'll count towards the end.
So Mainland breaks the huddle on a first down. Gilman split to the far side. Kennedy, the wing back to the near side.
I don't see Cook out there either.
They send Kennedy in motion. DiBiaso takes the handoff, breaks a tackle, out to the 20-yard line. So a nice gain on the play by Rocco DiBiaso. He's had a big role in this game.
Yeah, you're not going to tackle him high. He's compact and a well-built kid. So if you don't get him in the legs, you're not getting him down. Now we have Washington Township player. I believe it's
looks like the same player, Scavetta. He was down on the offensive possession for them, and now he is down rolling around on the defensive possession for them.
See if they're grabbing at the calf too, and you see these. What was it? The Eagles with the pickle juice the one time or something. It's hard to deal with the heat, and the humidity is what gets. This isn't the hottest game in the world, but it's definitely humid out there.
So Washington Township's defense, their backs to the wall again. It's a big possession for them. They got a turnover the last time they were on the field.
Yeah.
They've got 3 turnovers they forced in this game today.
Yep.
2 interceptions and a fumble recovery, but they only have the 1 score to show for it.
And they came out that last possession through the air, had a couple completions, but you wonder if the rain came down, if that didn't hinder that kind of attack. So Mainland's definitely attacking them on the ground, but now it seems like we got a little attrition going for both sides.
2:36 left to play here in the third. 20-7 Mainland leads. It's going to be a second down and 2 for the Mustangs. Here at the Battle at the Beach, Mike Gill, George McNally, games all day. Hamilton, St. John Vianney, Millville, Toms River North, Ocean City, and Pleasantville. That's the night game tonight. Tomorrow, West Defford takes on Hightstown. Paul VI takes on St. Thomas Aquinas. Rancocas Valley will take on Union IMG Academy against St. Joe Prep. That is Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Sunday, Collingswood takes on Maple Shade. Cedar Creek takes on Matawan. Holy Spirit and Conwell Egan. And then the final game of the weekend here will be Timber Creek and Highland on Sunday night. So games all day. By the way, tomorrow the games do start at 9:30, not 10. They're trying to get that game a little earlier so they make sure that the night game doesn't get affected, because that will be a nationally televised game on ESPNU. Kennedy in motion. Handoff, DiBiaso off the left side, out to around the 15-yard line. It looks like he got another first down, so the Mustangs continue to move the chains.
And he not moved the chains, he moved the pile too. He just kept driving. And again, fatigue maybe. Washington Township's very high right now, attacking both the ball handler and the blocks. And that's allowing them to be moved a good 2, 3, 4 yards each time through contact.
1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Ball resting at the 15-yard line. They move left to right, wearing green with the white helmets. Gilman splits wide. Franchini's in a shotgun. Sends a man in motion, Kennedy. Hands to Kennedy. Kennedy breaks the tackle. He spins, and Kennedy is in for 6.
Well, that's a nice adjustment by Kennedy. His couple plays, he hasn't been able to beat him to the edge, so he cut that up. And a really nice spin into the end zone. He's another long running back for Mainland.
So you look at the replay here. They hand to Kennedy. It looked like the play was blocked really well. He got a nice block in there by James Barrett, the guard, who just wiped out a linebacker there.
But they did stand up. I think they kept the edge there, but a nice adjustment for finding the hole, and then that spin got him in the end zone.
So Mainland will go for 2 with a 26-7 lead, trying to get that to 28. Franchini throws, and incomplete, dropped in the back of the end zone there. He had a man, Andrew Gilman, but Gilman could not hold on. At Wawa, how you want to download the Wawa app today. 1:38 left to play in the third. Mainland 26, Washington Township 7 here on Cape Atlantic League Live.
The Ocean City Aquatic and Fitness Center is the perfect place for you and your family to stay healthy.
I'm gonna go grab a soda real quick. Oh, spicy Italian. Ooh, smoothie. Have you guys been over here on this computer? Get some dinner? What don't you guys have? That's mine. You're making it right now. Oh my God. What is this magical place?
Wawa.
Freshly made hoagies, smoothies, and so much more. Welcome to Wawa.
You knew about this?
Back here live, Mainland has got on the board for a 4th time. This time, it's a Liam Kennedy touchdown run, and the Mustangs lead 26-7. It's opening day for the 2023 high school football season. The Battle at the Beach, it's the 3rd annual. Everybody starts to look at when the matchups are going to be set, and we've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and here we are.
It seems like it's get bigger, and it attracts bigger names each year.
4,000 tickets sold for the game tomorrow night. That means it's going to be tough to park in this town.
Oh,
Saturday night
true.
in the summer in Ocean City.
And they got the portable bleachers in too, so it almost looks like it's graduation out here with all the different seatings they have.
Short kick, bounces at the 15, takes a little bit of a roll, and it's going to go out of bounds. Cohen Cook does the kicking for Mainland. Well, you take a look at Washington Township, it looked like they were kind of out of this game. They scored to make it 13-7. They're right back in the game. They get 2 turnovers and a 3rd turnover, and that shows you the depth of Mainland, that they just keep coming at you and coming at you. And we talk about the depth of Mainland, George. Their defense is so active, and one of the reasons why, their defensive line, they're just changing bodies out there constantly.
Not only that, even Cook's now not playing offense, at least the last few series, to keep him fresh. You know, Washington Township was getting to the line, going quick. It looks like that might have hurt them more than Mainland at this point in time.
1st and 10. Hands off. Dragowski, who was obviously the starting quarterback in this game. He is now kind of looks like he's in like a wingback role.
He is, yeah. When the DiBiase got hurt, he's still on the bench, so that's changed their positions.
1:20 left to play in the 3rd. Get Juliana Scavetta, by the way, enters the game. 823 yards, 5 touchdowns last year. He has had he's been kind of doing the running for them. It looks like Dragowski's kind of in his role at this point. Going to throw, got a man, and just too much. Quentin Singleton kind of hitting the seam. It looked like they tried to look one way and pop back the other side. But good coverage on the play in the secondary. Antonio Tartaglia went step for step.
Well, they had him. You're right. He kept running through the ball, but he's thrown a couple nice long balls there, but the problem is they've been a little too long.
Cole Aquino, the sophomore, is in at quarterback for his second series now, replacing Jared Jergalski. 51 seconds left to play in the third. Third down and 9. Ball just across the 35-yard line at the 36. Aquino to throw. Pressure coming up the middle. Sets it up and just too hot to handle for Jair Moore. Boy, he fired that thing at Moore, and Moore just couldn't haul it in. DiBiaso on the coverage, but fourth down, and they're going to have to punt.
And it was impressive. He kept his composure. There was a lot of pressure coming up there. Nice block by the Washington Township back to knock off 2 rushers coming in. But you're right. He had some heat on that ball, and it was a little too high.
A little fastball there from Aquino. And they will punt. Here's Fanchi. Stephen Ordilli's back to return the kick, standing at around the 20-yard line, the 25. High snap, and the block from Kennedy. Looks like he got a piece of that thing, and he nikes it right out of bounds around the 50. Nope, it kind of rolls back towards the field, and then it goes and sits. Boy, I think he just got a finger or something on that ball. He definitely got a little something on that.
All day long, he's been right there, but he's moving his arm like he did hit it a little bit, but he's been close for every single one of the pumps.
So Liam Kennedy picks up a special team statistic, a block kick there. Put that on the register for you.
Yeah, he gets a touchdown run and a deflected punt.
So here come the Mustangs, leading 26-7 with 36 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Franchini hands off to Ordilli, cuts it up the middle, dives forward across the 50, jets out to around the 40, and picks up about 6 on the play. Boy, he thought after he got up, he saw some daylight there. He wanted to keep going.
With himself, I was about to say. He looked like he had that one. Nice cut. Now, Washington Township's doing a better job of keeping the edge, but now the cutbacks are there, and these backs are hitting them.
Second down and 4, pick up a 6. Franchini breaks the huddle. Gilman to the near side, split wide. Kennedy as the wing back. Delaware wing T look. Under center. Franchini sends a man in motion. Up the middle and nowhere to go. Popping him right off the bat is Gabe Pelganis.
Yeah, they haven't had a whole lot of success, and that's maybe the only thing Mainland hasn't been able to do on the ground. They can't get much yardage up the middle.
Gabe Pelganis made his... he's just a freshman, by the way. He's made his name known as that play ends the third quarter. We're going to head to the fourth here on Cape Atlantic League Live. Mainland 26, Washington Township 7. Back with the fourth quarter after this.
There's a place where memories become traditions. So this summer, come on down and enjoy all that's fun at the shore. Plan today and book your vacation in America's greatest family resort. Ocean City, New Jersey. We're less than a tank of gas away.
If you're planning to build a home, make your first step a visit to Halliday Leonard. Halliday Leonard will consult you on your design and assist the development of your custom home. They build single homes that will fit most any budget, plus condominiums, townhouses, and commercial buildings. Get your ideas together and take them to Halliday Leonard, 700 Haven Avenue in Ocean City, or
Third down for Mainland as we start the fourth quarter. Franchini rolls to the far side, looking. Franchini is going to keep it. He cuts it back, short of the first down. Knocked out of bounds right in front of the Mainland bench. Across the 40-yard line, they planted at the 38, and it looks like it's going to be a fourth.
Half a yard, maybe?
It certainly looks short.
Yeah, he didn't really explode up the field. He was looking to get rid of that the whole time he was rolling, but then no one stopped him, and he took what he could get.
Yeah, so fourth and about 1. A little shorter than 1.
It's one of those ones, you're up 3 scores, you try to pin him back, but it was this short, you almost have to go for it.
Franchini under center. Looks over the defense. Hands. And Stutter stepping his way. I don't know that Jake Blum got it. And it looks like he did not. So Jake Blum, his first carry, I believe, of his career. He is a sophomore. And they give it to him in that key spot in the game.
Yeah, they got to measure, but
although you just heard from the Washington Township side, terrible spot on that. So we'll see. I mean, it looked like it was pretty clear that they got the stop there.
Yeah, he did not hit that hole.
And let's see, when they stretch this chain out, he is going to be short.
Short. Yeah, it is just a
not
couple
by
inches.
much.
Yeah.
So Minutemen will take over on downs, 1st and 10, moving left to right here in this fourth quarter. Down 3 scores. That's why Mainland went for 2. They were trying to get it up to 28, thinking about, hey, if they get a couple touchdowns and some 2-point conversions.
Yeah.
The rain has subsided.
And it doesn't look like there's any wind at all right now. So,
unfortunately, the scoreboard is still out, as I've been alerted by one Buddy Treen. Who is working the scoreboard. Is he getting paid for not working the scoreboard today?
Oh, there's a quality point.
He didn't do anything, so does he get paid?
I don't know. He's got to forfeit his salary to the guy on the ladder trying to get out there.
Buddy Treen donated his cash to the man on the ladder. Shotgun formation, Aquino.
What happened?
Pitches it right in front to the motion man Perez, and there's not much happened. Just a little quick pop.
I didn't even see that. I thought he fumbled it, and then there's no ball there. So, yeah, that was a little different.
Washington Township 5-5 a year ago. Trying to make a name for themselves this season with an opening season performance against Mainland, but so far the Mustangs have been up for the challenge. Aquino in a shotgun, trips, bunch to the near side, back to throw. He rolls. Chase for the backside. Hunter Watson gets him his first sack of the season, and he gets him just, looks like right around the line of scrimmage, so we don't know if he'll officially get a sack on that or not. But watch Watson just come, and bang, got him from the backside. Hunter Watson, name you'll hear a lot this season, 6'5", 220-pounder, just a terror on that end.
That seems to be his thing. He seems to be wanting to get after the quarterback and especially chase him down from behind.
Now there's Watson coming to the near side. Aquino sends a man in motion to the near side of the field. Back to throw. Steps up. Fires. And it is intercepted by Ordilli. His second pick of the day. Ordilli at the 45. Looking for blockers. Crosses the 50 to the 45. At the 40. Out to the 35-yard line. And a big catch and run from Stephen Ordilli. And Ordilli's second interception of the day. Could have possibly sealed this one for Mainland.
Yeah, he was just sitting back there, not letting anyone behind him to give up any quick score, and ended up being a perfect ball to him. And then being the running back, the offensive player is able to advance it and get it all the way up to the 35.
So Ordilli, I mean, it almost looked like he was kind of going in slow motion, just kind of waiting for everything to materialize, and Washington Township just not converging on him, and he just kept on going, and he ends up getting an excellent return right to about where the pass was thrown from.
Yeah.
So it's 1st and 10 for Mainland, moving right to left, dressed in green, white helmets, white pants, leading 26-7. Just over 10 minutes to play in the fourth. Franchini in a shotgun, sends a man in motion to the near side, back to throw. Looking, fires, and it is complete down the sideline, and it's Jake Blum. So he fumbles. He doesn't get the first down on the carry, so they throw it to him, and he makes a great catch, goes up at the point of attack, and makes the play. Watch it here on the replay as he drags defenders down to around the 10-yard line. So the sophomore Jake Blum, who just got some varsity time on the baseball team and now is out as a sophomore here on the football team.
Yeah, had to spin around and adjust to that ball. I thought the other receiver might have been open in the end zone, but adjusted to the ball now and gets the play right back to him after not being able to convert in that 4th down.
1st and goal for the Mustangs. Or 1st and 10. It looks like it's just they spotted that right outside the 10. They pitch it. Rocco Ordilli cuts it up, looking for a little bit of a hole. Not much there, but he makes a little something out of nothing.
Yeah, there's just a little crack. They pushed out wide, and he was able to get upfield for a yard or two. Actually, it looks like more than that.
Yeah, he must have finished off that run pretty well on that far side of the field because they spotted that thing just outside the 5. So it's 2nd down. Looks like 2nd and 5. So it looks like they can get a 1st down right inside the 1.
Yeah, it's close to that.
Last year, Mainland beat Egg Harbor Township 37-0 at this event in the same time slot. And they are looking to have another dominating win in this year's season opener. Franchini sends a man in motion. He pitches to the near side, cutting back, Ordilli, and he is hit and tripped up. Gain of about 1 on the play. Stretching it out nicely and making the stop there for Washington Township is Dominic Bennis, the senior.
It looks like they may have marked him close to the 1st down.
3rd down, and it looks like about 1. So we'll pick up about 2 on that play. Mainland just so many tools in the tool bag here. They can get you to a variety. Kennedy has scored. Cook has scored. Ordilli and DiBiaso.
The first half they were getting the edge. Now the cutback is hurting them. So they're a versatile running team, no question.
Man in motion to the far side. They hand it up the middle to Ordilli. Ordilli is hit and brought backwards. Big stop there. Nice play. The linebacker, Jalen Robinson, steps in there and makes the stop. It sets up a 4th down.
Yeah, good push. There was nothing there, and then we were able to get him to the ground for the loss.
So 4th down and 2 for Mainland. They will likely go for it here. 7:40 left to play here in the first game of the season. Mainland 28, Washington Township 7. Mustangs have led from wire to wire.
Virtually. After the first play of the game, offensive play of the game.
They did have a penalty on their first play of the game, and then DiBiaso scored. Man in motion. They're going to throw into the flat, back in the end zone. It is broken up on the play intended for Hunter Watson. And the Minutemen's defense hold, but, George, they're going to have a long way to go. Yeah. Looks like a 97-yard drive for them to make this game a little closer.
Watson almost became the defensive back there because the Township defensive back had better position. Reached up, and he almost made the catch.
7:07.
7:07 left to play in the football game. Mainland 26, Washington Township 7. See if Aquino is still in the game at quarterback.
He is.
Looks like he is. And obviously they've thrown the ball a lot more with him at quarterback, almost exclusively.
Yep.
Aquino throws into the flat. Perez catches, gets a block, cuts it up, and he is hit, breaks a tackle, and gets a little bit of breathing room from the end zone and gets a near 1st down yardage.
Yeah, ran hard. That ball was in the air a long time, too. But, yeah, they have to pass down. With this score in this little time, almost every play has to be through the air.
Back to throw. Aquino complete. Quick little pass, little pop pass into the flat there. It looks like Joe Franchi.
And it makes sense. Mainland not being as aggressive, bringing pressure. That if Washington Township's going to score, they're going to drive the length of the field and eat up a lot of clock.
First down. Aquino is complete. Boy, that was a nice timing play. Jair Moore, it looked like he just threw that to nobody. It looked like the receiver, Perez, just went streaking. It looked like they were not on the same page, but Aquino came back and made a nice throw there.
He really did. I thought Mainland was going to walk into the end zone with another interception.
Second down, pickup of 3. Aquino again completes it. Nice pass, nice throw. Only one spot. Jair Moore caught it.
Yeah, no, it was. If that's a little higher, it might get picked off. So, but again, they're moving the ball through the air, but also eating a lot of clock.
They found something to the sophomore quarterback coming in, engineering this drive. Aquino to throw. And you could tell he's got that timing down. 1, 2, 3, and he's looking.
You got a flag down.
And it looks like a legal procedure on the offense. 26-7 is our score. Mainland leads Washington Township. 5:46 left to play. Estimating.
Yeah. We do have lights, a lot of lights on the scoreboard now.
3rd and 7 after the penalty. Aquino to throw, looking pressured, out, rolling, pumps, hits the corner, and dragged down from the backside, just short. And it looks like Hunter Watson. Is that Watson?
It
looks like Hogue.
So.
Chase Hogue.
Yeah. It's short.
That's a familiar name in Ocean City, by the way. Chase Hogue making the run down from the backside.
Looks like the marker took a little beating on that play there.
So we'll see once that marker gets up what they decide to do here.
Did they give him a first down?
It looks like they did. So first down for Washington Township. 1st and 10. Aquino to throw. And he just airs one out, and it is nearly intercepted, then nearly caught, broken up on the play. Mainland, Caleb Foster. Boy, that was just kind of Hail Mary style, just one-on-one, throws it up, and that was a long throw from one hash, the far hash mark, all the way to the opposite sideline. One-on-one Perez.
It's trusting your receiver to make a play, whether it's offensively or defensively.
Well, and the ball was batted by the defender and then almost caught by the receiver.
Yep.
4:32 left to play. Aquino to throw. It is batted in the air and incomplete as he tries to set up a screen to no avail. And that's going to set up a 3rd down. 3rd down and 10. 4:27 left to play. 3rd and 10, ball back at the 30-yard line, just inside the 30 at their own 29. Aquino in it, quarterback for Washington Township. Mainland leads 26-7. The Mustangs looking to close this one out. Back to throw. They set up a screen, complete. Out to the 35 and hit, and boy, what a hit by Ordilli. Just absolutely took Carr off his feet.
Yeah, there was a lot of space there, and he closed quickly, or that could have been a real big gainer for him.
4:10 and counting for the Minutemen. They trail by 3 scores in the game. 2 receivers split to the far side. Now a third. 1 to the near side. Perez split to the near side. Aquino directing the Minutemen offense. He's got an offset back in the backfield. Ball across the 35. Low snap. Picks it up. Fires. And it is complete. And just walloped on the far side of the field. A quick pitch and catch. Not a big gain on the play as he completes the pass over to Jair Moore, the sophomore. So a couple of sophomores hooking up here. You know, really at the beginning of this game, we talked about this senior group of skill guys they brought to the table. Now, a lot of these sophomores are getting the job done.
And that was 4th down, so Mainland will take over.
Well, obviously the sticks were not correct.
Yeah, because even the players were a little confused. They weren't sure to come off the field.
So the Mustangs take over on downs. They are 3:43 left away from a opening season win. As we mentioned, they beat EHT 37-0 in this game last year. kind of a reincarnation of the Thanksgiving Day games. They've been trying to play some of those games on opening weekend now. Now that game, obviously not played on opening. This game here has taken its place. Handoff off the right side. Connor Callan into the game, gets his first carry of the season.
Yeah, you would think there's going to be lots of subs here in the game for Mainland.
So Connor Callan gets a carry. Got a new quarterback for Mainland. Looks like DeSalle has now entered the game. Tony DeSalle. Now I'm getting old. I played with Tony DeSalle's father. I played with Danny Callan, who's Connor Callan's father. Does that make me officially old now, George?
Oh, that was scary, but I'm older than you. So.
Well, for a while, I always felt I was the young guy in the group. Handoff, near side. Quick gain.
Yeah, that time
like Brady Callan, another Callan.
He might have had the edge there. Just hesitated a second and cut up inside. He might have been able to gain a little bit more if he went outside off tackle.
Connor Callan, Brady Callan, back in the backfield. The new quarterback for the Mustangs is Tony DeSalle. A lot of familiar. If you're a Mainland alum watching this game, there's a lot of names you will recognize, including Danny Kern, the baseball coach, who just climbed down the ladder from upstairs. Got to feel good about the score of this game. Probably some things they want to clean up. If I know Chuck Smith, like I think I do.
Oh, that ball was almost
ball is out
of there.
Chase Hogue carried the football. Kind of sloppy handoff there.
Yeah.
2 minutes left to play. Mainland is going to make it I believe this is their third win in 3 years here. They beat EHT in the first season. They beat EHT last year. It's something about townships. They seem to like to open the season up, and they're perfect against townships. EHT twice, and now Washington Township here. Two big schools, EHT and Washington Township. DeSalle gives it to Nate Rivera, who hits the outside. Short gain on the play, and it's going to be turned over on downs to Washington Township, who's going to fall to 0-1 after a 5-5 season last year. They obviously now have to really decide who they are. Are they a team that's turning it over to the sophomore quarterback, Aquino? They're going to go back to Jared Jergalski, who's been your senior quarterback. That's an interesting storyline for them, I guess, moving forward here.
Yeah, or maybe they do a little of both. Like today, they weren't having a whole lot of success running, so they had to go to the air, although they started out great, a couple completions, and kind of hit a wall here a little bit. Versatility is never a bad thing, so being able to have that running quarterback and then be able to change gears with maybe both of them in the lineup. So Washington Township, just being the first game, got a lot to watch for losing the receiver on the very first offensive play hurt them. So I don't think this is the full picture we'll see from any team, let alone Washington Township. But they have some pieces. Now they just got to put them together.
Both these teams, of course, the season starts early and they get right back at it. Mainland hosts Ocean City next Friday night in Linwood, and Washington Township will host Eastern on Friday night in Linwood. Excuse me, in Washington Township.
How's that going to happen?
Well, Ocean City's got 4 games here today.
True.
Got the turf here, though, that helps keep these games, keeps the field in good shape.
No turf in Mainland yet, right?
No, but Oakcrest, I think they got turf this year. Millville, I think, put turf in. EHT, of course, has the turf. Atlantic City has turf.
They were the first, Atlantic City, right?
That's right. Aquino turns, hands off, little stutter step, and a short gain on the play. Yeah, it seems like a lot of places starting to go to the turf.
Yeah, well, like you said, you can do lots of different things.
Yeah, you see, if you're watching, you see all the different lines on this field. What we got here? Soccer, field hockey, football. Anything else?
Lacrosse.
Boys
and girls.
Hands off to the outside. Apsagami putting turf in as well now.
Oh, Gammy did get turf. Oh, I hadn't heard that one.
So Oakcrest has it. Gammy has it. I'm sure Cedar Creek's saying, what about us? Cedar Creek?
Oh, wow, look at that.
Cedar Creek going to have lights, we're told now. They've been playing on the Saturday afternoons for a while over there. Since the inception of that beautiful school. Back to throw. Aquino sets up a screen, and he is hit and just brought down quickly there. Tatum McBall. TJ makes a play.
32 seconds.
TJ, good to see him out there making plays.
Yeah, I think last year on one day they had a field hockey game, soccer game, and a football game here on the same field. So obviously not all at once. But
Keno to throw, and he is wrapped up and thrown to the ground by Joe Russo.
Probably our last play there.
So Joe Russo, another familiar South Jersey football name, making a nice play. I'm told that the 5 schools that are left that do not have turf are Mainland, Holy Spirit, Middle Township, Lower Cape May, and Buna.
Really?
Everybody else playing on turf.
How about that?
How about that? That'll do it here at Ocean City's Battle at the Beach 2023. The opening game, Mainland 26, Washington Township 7. And by the way, Cedar Creek will get turf next season. The watch tells me everything, man. The watch tells me everything. That'll do it. Mainland beats Washington Township 26-7 at the Battle by the Beach. The Mustangs are 1-0, and Washington Township falls to 0-1. Mainland got out quick, and the Minutemen just couldn't catch them.
Yeah, you wonder how different game if it hadn't been for those 2 big plays to start. But then start the second half, Mainland really took control both ways, offensively and defensively, mostly on the ground. But those 2 big plays were really important early in the game and really changed things.
All right, that'll do it for game number 1. Full slate coming up. Hamilton, St. John, Vianney, Millville, Toms River North, Ocean City, and Pleasantville for the rest of the day here. Tomorrow morning at 9:30, West Defford and Hightstown will start things off, and then a full day of games Saturday and Sunday. Keep it here on Cape Atlantic League Live. Nick Costco and Steve Parker, I believe, are your team for game number 2. They'll have that coming up for you with the kickoff slated for around 1 o'clock right here on Cape Atlantic League Live. Billy Shawcross, good job. And, of course, George McNally, I'm Mike Gill. Have a great rest of your morning. Hope to catch you back here for another game this weekend at the Battle at the Beach.
I'm gonna go grab a soda real quick. Oh, spicy Italian. Smoothie. Have you guys been over here on this computer? Get some dinner? What don't you guys have? That's mine. You're making it right now. Oh my God. What is this magical place?
Wawa. Freshly made hoagies, smoothies, and so much more. Welcome to Wawa.
You knew about this?
You can see the complete conversation with legendary coaches Paul Rodeo and Paul Sacco from Iliano's Restaurante in Hamilton by going to primeevents.net. You can